All right, so we are live on YouTube again. Let me just give a minute for people to come into the room, and let me get started Instagram. If you are in the room, please say hello. Let's see. All right, so we're on the room. Thank you for people who are joining us right now. We are live on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, I apologize for the sound quality. Please come on to YouTube for a better experience, but I'll entertain you either way. Um, if you're in the room, please feel free to say hello. Let me just wait for people to come in, and then I guess we can start the hypnosis session sooner. That way we can have the discussion later while we wait for people to come in. I apologize for not being online last week. Um, Still having some health issues. Yeah, so it's I guess I'm aging, and when one health issues got sort of resolved, another one pops back up, and when there's always something new to go wrong with your body when you reach a certain age. So um, it is what it is, and and I want to be in a good condition when I come on and do these sessions. Um, so we have a sorry, I cannot quite pronounce that word. Aya Masfiline. She said, he or she said, "Hi, my friend. I'm just stopping through for a few minutes while on a break with work. You blessed me up with some awesome gifts years ago. So glad to catch you live." Oh, all right. Good to connect with an old client. Um, Unfortunately, from what you have told, from what I see right now, I couldn't tell who you are. But hey, connect with me on Instagram, and then let me know who you are, and that way I can thank you properly. Um, so today's live stream will be on Sytry, the Prince of Lust. It's very often requested for a spiritual contract or spiritual pact. Sytry is the sorry guys, I'm just still recovering from some health issues, so I'm like short of breath a little bit. I could be I know the pacing would be a little bit off. I would be saying something and then take a long pause just to catch my breath and try to hold so that my heartbeat will calm down a little so I don't get a heart attack. But it's all good. So Sytry is a spirit or well, it's a spirit of passion, desire, revelation, and exposure, a powerful figure in the matter of love, lust, attraction, and uncovering hidden truth. especially in regards of the opposite sex or intimate secrets. Um, Sytry is going to help you become more attractive, and it will attract a romantic partner, a good-looking one, into your orbit. And I guess the trade-off would be the partner that you will attract, the relationship you would get, mostly short-term. If you're okay with that, that's perfect. Um, he is most often conjured or work together with bailiff, who is also like a love and relationship kind of demon. And if you evoke bailiff, um, he will bestow upon you a level of charisma that are aimed for a long game. I guess like if you are aiming for long term success, it will come to you a bit slower. Um, and Sytry type of relationship will be shorter but more passionate. So it's all about how you can take advantage of the opportunities that they bestowed upon you. Um, there's no there's no saying that a short-term relationship cannot be turned into a long-term relationship. Depends on how you play your card. And there's also, even if you evoke bailiff, um, somebody who is a long-term material, and you can always play your card to have it short and passionate, and then break it off. So it's all up to you and how to play your game. I'm just telling you these are the properties that these spirits would bestow upon you. Um, I have worked with Sytry myself before, and the prophecy do come true. Have some relationship that got hot really quickly, um, and then for one reason or another, after I mean, like short term, I mean like about a year and a half. It could be shorter than that, but like I guess like it all depends on how well you maintain your relationship, right? But like after a year and a half or less than 18 months, um, for one reason or another beyond my control, these relationships sort of like faded away. So, but that's the property of citrus. So, like, will I trade it for nothing? No. Um, was it fun? It was great. Um, does relationship needs to be long term? Not really. So, that whatever you're looking, if that is what you're looking for, citrus is the best. Citrus could also teach you the secret of sex. Helps you become a much better lover, and he would teach you the secrets to become a better lover, I guess. Literally know what button to push and ignite the passion and lust in your partner or partners. Um, so, um, not just me. Oh, and I think I've wrote the story before. Um, with the help of Sytry, I was able to, enjoy a good time. Let's put it that way, a romantic good time with full-fledged lesbians, um, and not just any lesbians. These are oh, hello Instagram. Uh, hey Instagram. If you're able to join us on YouTube, we have better sound quality there. Yeah, so I'll get to the comment. Yeah, so like more than just one. So not all relationship are the same. So I had like some hot and romantic relationship with lesbians. I've also have like some very uh, semi-romantic. I've dated like semi-dated, very high-profile lesbians, um, and not to get too deep into the romantic adventure of the young. And some lesbians, quote unquote, that I went out with, um, they are very like very few people know that they're lesbians. I knew they're lesbians, um, but that the added bonus is that they are hot, they're beautiful, but then they just reject most of the men that talks to them, no matter how rich and powerful they are. So I have like an added aura to be, going places with this woman that nobody could get, but nobody knew that she is a lesbian. So I guess like that's like a added bonus that Sytry bestowed on me as a blessing. Um, oh, hello FGFG. Good to see you tonight. Um, the fonts are too small. How do I make the fonts bigger? Okay, so Aya, can I just call you Aya? I'm always tuning in now that I found you. We met through Etsy, and yes, I'm sort of on IG, and I didn't know you were on IG or even here until about a month ago. Okay, yeah. Add me on IG. I guess I'm more accessible on IG. Uh, like I feel like replying on Etsy is so much formal that I have to sit down and think through what I have to write. Um, if you hit me up on IG, be prepared for very informal replies. I will be sleeping, and then message will pop up, and I will be like, "Yeah, I'll write you back later" or something. And I'll give you like a short 1 or 2 word answer. So be okay with that if you contact me on IG. Um, I said I'm grateful for listening, for learning so much more about these deities. You are so awesome, Leon. Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah. So I try to do these. I try to do these live stream um, every week if I'm able to. Sometimes I'm traveling, sometimes I'm sick, and being on a Sunday morning, sometimes I have an overly adventurous Saturday night. Let's put it that way. And but I try to be on here on every Sunday. So come to me, do some homework, and prepare some questions, and we will discuss it here. Um, and if there's a question that I won't be able to answer, some people from this group may be able to help you too. FGFG and Saxon here have been with me for many years, and they're also great black magician in their own right. So I will be able to answer your questions, and the people in the group will be able to answer your questions with their own experience as well. Hello, Saxon. Hey, everyone. It's been a while since. Yes, it's been a while. Yeah, last week I was sick, uh, but hopefully this week I'm well enough to carry on. So yeah, but I'm still a bit short of breath. So so the cadence, I guess, for this live stream will be a little bit choppy. Is Sytry usually depicted as a feline and a cat? A few, I don't remember. Does Ars Goetia said she's a cat? Um, Good question. I personally don't never met Sytry as a cat. Some people have said it, um, but good question. Have you ever seen Sytry as a cat, my friend? FGFG said, "How are you, Dion? Feeling better?" Yes, a bit better. Hopefully, I don't pass out this week. 2 weeks ago, so like what had happened was I was trying a new medication, and I always have problems with I guess like my body would reject certain type of medication that I need. But I've been working hard on biohacking myself and adding precursors to my medications, um, and try to protect the kind of damage, potential damage that a pharmaceutical could do. The problem is, I think like last week, I tried like a new medication before the live stream, and let's just say it didn't go too well, and then for the next like 2 weeks, I'm having a lot of like heart issues, and the heart is one of those organs that you don't want to mess around, right? Like if I have foot pain, I can just pop more uh, ibuprofen. If I have back pain or headache or something, those you can kind of like tough it through, But the heart is not it's not one of those thing that you just tough it through. So I apologize um, if it is a little bit choppy today. But I'm here and I have a whole hypnosis script ready to meet Sytry and to receive the blessings of Sytry. And every time we do these live streams, I've already evoked these spirits. In fact, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the live stream today. I was still short of breath this morning and kind of like passing out a little bit. That's why I delayed it a little bit because I just kind of passed out this morning when I was making preparations. But I feel good enough, and yeah, I don't know if I have told you before. I'm a highly trained hypnotist, hypnotherapist. My credentials is the size of a telephone book. So the hypnosis part, I am well trained. Just snap a finger, I'm in the zone, and I can carry that out, um, like it with just muscle memory itself. So we are going to somehow like substitute. The logic is to substitute a ritual with a hypnosis session. So the goal of a ritual is to put you in a state of mind for you to connect with the spirit, to ask him for things, and be able to receive their blessings unconsciously or in your body or in your aura, right? Um, so instead of yelling mantras for an hour or staring in a crystal ball until you pass out or light a ton of fire and then stare at it or let the smoke, you know, take you into outer state of mind. We are doing it in a much more controlled manner. We know how to get to a outer state of mind with hypnosis. Um, in the year 2026, it is no longer something mystical uh, or, or or secretive. It's been practiced every day. A lot of research has been done on it, and we are using that as a vehicle in lieu of a ritual. So you still have to do your rituals. You still have to do your homework. You still have to uh, get ready and prepare yourself to receive his or her blessing, such as if it is Sytry, right? And if you're looking for or if somebody is looking for a partner, you still need to be ready for that. Study communication. Um, you know, take a shower, make yourself look presentable, um, or or get a job if you don't have one. A lot of times it is not the as a love spellcaster, as I witness these things, most of the time, love is never. It's not really about attraction. Attraction could get you in the game for a little bit, um, but you still need to meet like a. Most people are just not ready for love. Let's put it that way. So you still have to do the groundwork. You still have to do your rituals. You still have to do work on the astral sense. But this hypnosis session will accelerate that process. And since I keep them online, oh, and then the point is, at some point in the near future, I will edit all these hypnosis files and edit out my coughs, do some bass and trombone editing to make it sound better. And then I will either put it on YouTube or I put it on sale on either Etsy or as an attachment for a book. it will be presented as an audio product. But if you're with me live, you are getting the first draft or the first recording of this. The benefit of being live and with all the live energy of a session, it would just be feeling like you are in a room with a hypnotist. And if you were to go see a hypnotist somewhere in Manhattan, the minimum price is $300 to walk through a door. That is before they do any work, and the first session is usually just intake, right? Um, I know like a lot of psychics in Manhattan. They would do past, quote unquote, past life hypnosis. They don't even know what they're doing. These are not trained hypnotists, and they would charge like $500 a session. So you're getting a great deal here. Prono said, "Namaste, Dion. My English is very bad, but I have a question. Please try to answer." Okay. Yeah, so instead of asking, can I ask a question? Just ask the question so that we don't have to do an extra sentence. Pronto asked, there was a demonic vibration meditation. How to use it? You just, listen to it. You use it during your rituals. You can play it in the background. You can use it in your scrying sessions. You can use it in evocation ritual. So it's very versatile. It gets you into the tone and vibration of the spirit. You may have to do it many times to get you to that mood. It gets you into that space. And you still have to do the groundwork of researching the spirits and talk to them with a sense of purpose. Have you ever got my book, The 37 Laws of Magick? So in that book, they will find a lot of very helpful hints on what I mean. So many times, if you cannot connect with a spirit, it's not because you don't have actual sense, but like the spirit are just looking at you side-eyed, like they don't understand, they don't know why you're contacting them, or you're just trying. Most of the time, it is very quote unquote disrespectful or wasteful of the energy for you to see if it works. Like you don't call somebody just to see if they'll pick up the phone, right? And unfortunately, like 99% of the time, including occultist, beginning and higher level occultist, just contacting spirits just to see if they can do it. And this is why they don't answer. So you need to have a very good intention with purpose, higher level purpose, and it's up to the spirit to reply or not. But what I do, and with these vibration meditation, is to give you the best tools and chance to connect with them. I hope I answered your question. Hey, Alchemy on IG. On IG, Alchemy, my Liverpool, said, I recently read your story on Reddit about enlisting Sytry's help in doing something wild. Yes, I just talked about it. Could you come on to YouTube? We have much better sound quality there, because on IG, I'm just yelling at my phone, and we actually have a proper high-end microphone talking into YouTube. And we actually have more people on YouTube, real human beings on YouTube. Aya, do you have any questions? I think I may know who you are. Did I help you sell a house? If you're still here, if that is the person I'm thinking about. So I don't want to out you. but I don't want to like call out your name. But if that is the person I'm thinking about, so yeah, I have a lot of experience of Sytry, and I have a lot of client success stories of Sytry. Um, Let me check my notes. So the plan is, so if you have questions, feel free to ask, or if you want to bring, you know, if you don't know how to ask a question, I know rhetorical skills are. It's not easy to put things in a question form. Uh, this is why Jeopardy added the extra level of challenge by turning everything into question form. But you don't have to phrase it in a question. You can just say, "I'm working on this," or "Can we talk about that?" Or I tried this technique. I don't know about the outcome, or it doesn't have to be Sytry. It could be any occult topics or anything in life. Um, so Sytry is already evoked in the room. Oh, and sometimes during the live stream, I could be saying things out of my character. So it could be because the spirits are just pushing me to say certain things. Um, if I say something that could be mean, that's not me saying. That's just the raw energy of the spirit that I evoked. Um, FGFG said, when we talk about lust and SEX, we normally think about King Asmodeus. Yes, because because Asmodee was in a few folklores in the Near East to seduce maidens, seduce virgins, and married women. This is why Asmodee got that reputation as a not just a lust demon. And the few story I've read about Asmodee is the kind of like a haunting lust spirit. But that is also the way it was written, right? Like especially in the Islamic, well, okay, not Islamic, but like Arabian tradition. Um, this is pre-Islamic Middle East, right? Um, that there's a certain way women should behave, and at that time, and if a woman were to behave otherwise, they would say they were um, infected by a demon, and and that expression um, was typed with Asmodee. So, as in the book of Talbot, Asmodee was haunting sexually this young lady until, and then I guess like it's kind of like a fable kind of expression. Hello, Darkisus. Um, that Asmodee destroy her life with her lust. So like Asmodee doesn't do that, but like that's the archetype that was assigned to Asmodee. Uh, it's more like a bad cautionary tale of how lust could destroy somebody's life. It's more like, but it's also more like the way religion um, is asserting itself into human sexuality as in something very raw and basic about human being, which is to have SEX, and that is an attempt for organized religion way of taking control of the basic instinct. It's like eating, right? Um, and once you surrender that to religion, you surrender your soul to religion. So I guess I'm way off topic here, but I guess that's why we have all these sex demon fables. But in modern days, we thought that it's pretty cool. We want to be the sex demon. Um, Saxon said, I once evoked her with Asmodee. I think it was too intense, not for me, but it's like people could not handle it. It was too much for them, maybe. I don't know. So they dare not to engage. Well, Saxon, that's because you are way too sexy for everybody. It's not just the demon, Saxon, it's you. But okay, so maybe could you tell us the story? So yeah, so there are a lot of lust demons. We have Asmodee. We have obviously Sytry. For some, we can talk about Dantalian to some extent. We can talk about Gemini. We can talk about Bailiff. I'm exploring and working with a Vedic spirit called Kamalov. I will put some articles on it later, and and it is also to induce like extreme lust onto your partner or to your target, or maybe you can use it as a weapon. Uh, make your enemy very horny so that they would do stupid things. Um, Aya said, after a decade apart, my soulmate and I are back together. He moved here with me on August 7th. Sorry, the font is too small. Is it August 7th or June 7th? I'll tell you our story later. Gratitude to Sytry. My break is extended. This is not a coincidence. Okay, wow. That's great. I missed, Aya said, I missed Germany. Yeah. Yeah, I caught the Italian, and now my self love is boosted up. Okay, wow, that's great. Thank you for your testimonial. And I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to tell everybody that one of my clients had has been very successful with her magical work. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Saxon said, LOL, okay, thanks. But I noticed people who used to flirt with me were running away like they could not handle my stare. Some were abnormally nervous. That's true, though. Thanks for bringing it up, Saxon. Sometimes being too beautiful and too sexy would have negative effects too. So yeah, so you bring up a very good point. Like uh, I notice a lot of very beautiful men and women are also extremely lonely. Because most people have a fear of rejection, and if you're too hot and you're too sexy, people don't come up to you because they're afraid that you'll get rejected, or for whatever reason, they are too nervous to talk to you, or if they talk to you, they say something stupid, or kind of like a young man and woman kind of stupidity when they meet like a hot girl or man. They say some stupid things, or they play pranks at you, or they are jealous of you for whatever reason. You know what I found out? You know how I like to joke around? I think a lot of men are actually jealous when I make their girlfriend laugh or make their wife laugh. Yeah. Um, Many years ago, I have this roommate, and he's like a tall white guy. He looks like Prince Harry, so like he's a good looking guy. and he has this like girlfriend, right? And she is like a Southern belle. She's cute, and this time, we hang out, which it was fine. But like there was this time he came home late, and his room door was locked. So me and his girlfriend was just like watching TV in the living room, and I'm just cracking jokes all night long, right? And then she was like laughing her butt off, and then like when he comes in, we're still laughing, I'm still cracking jokes, and then he got all jealous and he slammed the door in his room. So Saxon, you have a point. So um, if you summon Sytry or Asmodee and nobody talks to you, or the people that used to flirt with you are all nervous and like backing off, that's because the spell is working too well. Um, or if your love spell was like working too well too, um, your target may want to talk to you, but they got all nervous, or they don't know what to say to you, or they have this too good to be true syndrome. And if you ask them to go out with you, they'll say no because like they don't know how to react. So yeah, so Saxon, you made a good point. Uh, like, what is the downside of being too sexy? That's it. Dark kisses a happy summer solace. That's true. Today is going to be a long day. Um, Saxon said that's true. What you're saying. Saxon said happy summer solace. Yes, that's true. Dark kisses said, can you use this type of work to bring your military spouse home? Yeah, good question. But like that's a matter of them needing time off, right? Like they can't just like walk out of the contract. Is that what you're asking? Like if they're deployed, they can't just come home, right? Um, so good question. Um, they'll think about you more often, and but sometimes in the military you're also kind of like being stupid alpha male, right? You're trying to one up the other, and if your roommates are like talking inappropriate things about the opposite sex, then he kind of have to like keep it up. Like you kind of have to do things with everybody, so you don't want to be left out, right? You guys what I'm saying? So um even though he may be thinking about you, he will still have to like say things and do things to feel manly, um in order to compete with his like alpha male friends in the group. So I don't know if I answered your question. um Saxon said, yeah, spirits of seductions and Venus can be used against other for a curse, like make them feel less self-love, or make them feel not beautiful or handsome enough, or you can overload their confidence, right? You get what I'm saying? Feeling too sexy. That's a reason why lust is one of the seven deadly sins, right? Um, it's kind of like gluttony. It's a seven deadly sin. Um, if you make somebody overly lustful, I don't have to tell you the exact scenario, but like you can only use your imagination. They could get in trouble. So yeah, so good comments there. Aya said, Sytry first impression for me was a brownish red partner not long ago. More signals about Sytry pops up often and random for me, so I'm paying attention. That's great. So yeah, so you have to just once the spirit is evoked, um, they will bring you opportunities. You just have to pay attention, and sometimes it could happen. Like a lot of people say, how quick could things happen? Sometimes it could happen too quickly, like when you wish for, I guess, like a Prince Harry looking. I'm just saying. I don't know if you like Prince Harry, but like, let's just say Prince Harry is like the handsomest man in the world, right? Like I want to date somebody who looks like Prince Harry, and then like next minute you walk out and you step into the elevator, and Prince Harry was standing right there. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you ready for that? So manifesting too quickly could also be a problem. Um, Dark Kisses says LOL true. Saxon said exactly. Dark Kisses said, can you transmute the lust into success, not just for lust and attraction? That's just a great question. Lust is not just lust, right? Have you read the book, The 48 Law of Seduction? By his last name is Green. I forgot his first name. So there is, okay, everybody get this book, right? 48 Laws of Power and 48 Laws of Seduction. Is it Robert Greene? I think his last name is Green. It was written in the 90s. Hello, Instagram. Join us on YouTube. Um, Dark Kisses says, no, I've read 48 Laws of Power. Yeah, he was written in the late 90s. It was very well researched. Um, Robert Greene, right? Yeah. So everybody go read the book 48 Laws of Seduction. That is your homework. If you are working with a lust spirit and you don't know, if you have not read any book on how to do this, you're just wasting your time, right? So yeah, a lot of people transmute, their attraction into success. Um, you know, how many times, do you lose an opportunity to somebody good looking, or somebody who know how to use the charm? And how many of you, have a manager who is dumber than a bucket of rice, but like they are cute and they're charismatic, and you don't know how they got the job? So good question. Being a lust demon is more than just getting sex. It is also how to use your charisma and turn it into money, as a salesperson, I guess, to climb the corporate ladder, or even in academics, right? I hate to say this. um, yeah, so good question. So any questions? Okay, we have burned 43 minutes. So I'll wait like 2 3 minutes for questions. I'm gonna go blow my nose. Actually, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom really quickly. So if you have questions or stories to tell, or any occult questions, it doesn't have to be Sytry, or if you have a story to tell, um, please feel free to do so. And I'll come back and I'll read it. So let me just take a 1 minute break. All right, so we are back. Hello, Darkisser said. I described to Lucifer what I wanted in a partner, and to the T, that's my new spells. Yes, that was very true. Good job. Also proves that Lucifer do listen as long as you have the good intention. All right, so in about 1 minute, we will start the hypnosis session. Unless somebody have a question. Um, so during the hypnosis session, I'll be focusing on delivery, and I wouldn't be looking at the chat box. But I'll come back and look at the chat box. If you have anything, you can feel free to ask after the session. I'll be we will continue this discussion if anybody's still awake after the hypnosis session. All right, so let's start with the hypnosis session. This is a hypnosis session to evoke Sitri. Oh, I need to record. So this is a hypnosis session to evoke Sytry. I want you to close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath. Right now, in this exact moment, I need you to completely trust my voice. I am Dion, your spirit guide. Feel my presence beside you. I am taking you on a profound journey, moving far beyond the physical shell. Very soon, you are going to experience a sensation that can only describe as a deeply soothing, resonant message in the brain. As you begin to sink deep, drifting effortlessly in the infinite, expanding vastness of the astral space. Before we cross the veil, I want you to follow closely my instructions. Draw your awareness to the slow, rhythmic rise and fall of your breath, and naturally allow your own breathing to synchronize perfectly with mine. Inhale deeply and feeling me set the pace, and exhale, letting the waking world start to dissolve into shadow. Allow a heavy, dense, and comforting vibration to form at the very crown of your head. It manifests first as a warm electric tingle, a subtle, awakening current that slowly washes down over your scalp. Feel it soothing out the forehead, softening the heavy muscles around your eyes, and commanding your jaw to unhinge slightly, becoming completely slack. Feel my voice inside you echoes with authority. making every micro muscles in your face releases its grip. As the warmth sinks into your mind, you feel the promised massage in the brain beginning to take hold. It is a fundamentally organic process, a natural unwinding of your neural pathway. Every word I speak sends ripple of deep, resonant energy through your mind, dissolving resistance and melting away the boundaries of the waking world. As this heavy wave of liquid relaxation travels down your neck and spills into your shoulders, you can feel an overarching, deep love for your own soul, bold evolution, wrapping around you, wrapping around you like a heavy velvet cloak. The tension in your upper back simply melts away under my command. It is a profoundly satisfying release, gracefully pushing out all the mundane worries, pushing out all fear, doubt, and hesitation from your physical form. This heavy, warm liquid relaxation flows steadily down your arms, past your biceps, sweeping through your elbows, down your forearms, and right into your heads and fingertips. It is here, in your hands, that you most vividly feel the firm reassurance of my touch. Through that hand in hand connection, we permanently connect our spirit for this working. My energy inside you begins to circulate safely, warming your veins, moving through your nervous system with a soothing, hypnotic pulse. Draw your unwavering focus to your chest, your heart, and your core. With every breath you take, I am planting a spark of pure, concentrated intention, carefully placing my seed inside you, an exact anchor of unbreakable sovereignty and pure magical awareness that rests securely, taking straight root deep inside your unconscious mind. Feel it expanding, opening your inner pathway as you take roots as a sweeping wave of relaxation washes down your spine, moving vertebrate by vertebrate. It flows through your abdomen. It flows through your stomach, relaxing your organs, sweeping through your hips with a heavy, grounding force. The profound heaviness descends naturally down your thighs, sinking through your knees, down your calves, and all the way out through the soles of your feet. Everything is intensely heavy. Everything is perfectly still. You are coming into a stage of profound, absolute physical stillness. You are coming to that perfect, silent, liminal point where the body sweeps paralyzed in profound safety, while the mind fiercely awakes in the astral realm. With your physical body safely shut down, completely locked in the heavy relaxation, shift your focus entirely inside you, pulling away from the flesh completely. Direct your sharpened attention towards the liminal space. I want you to identify that precise, vibrating point where your conscious intent perfectly meets the vast, untamed conscious environment This is the threshold of attunement. Hold your focus on this exact intersection. And as you do, an intense secondary tingle of pure astral power moves rapidly through your ethereal form. Notice the temporal shift. You are stepping completely outside ordinary time. The mundane rules of seconds, minutes, and hours dissolves entirely, allowing a totally different, vastly expanded mode of perception to emerge. Time means nothing here. Only your absolute intent remains. We are standing together at the absolute edge of ordinary awareness. Before us is a heavy, shadowed, veiled doorway that pulsates with the pull of deep mind. Come with me. With my hand tightly holding yours, we step forward through the misty veil, soothingly descended into magnificent, a short stone stair. Each step downward takes you deeper into trance, marking the undeniable entrance to our ceremonial chamber. The shift in reality is undeniable and permanent for the duration of this session. You feel the profound connection in the dark. Know that I love you as who you are. Know that I love you as who you are, a powerful spirit. And in this universal love protects our every step in these liminal halls. As we descend these final steps, you can feel my energy inside you, acting as a flawless internal compass, a beacon guiding your mind, ensuring your absolute safety, and making your will as hard as iron. Once again, bring your focus to the weight and warmth of this energy, anchoring you firmly in this magical reality. You are now fully immersed in this threshold space. You are comfortably suspended in this blissful, deep, and luminous void where only your intent and the spirits waiting ahead. The transition from the waking world into the deep astral space is now complete. The environment around us breathes and responds to your presence. You are now perfectly attuned, standing in the precipice of Sytry's inner astral chamber, fully prepared and ready to work towards the mysteries. As we fully immersed in this liminal space now, suspended beautifully in the void between the worlds, as we stand here together, my hands still firmly wrapped around yours, I want you to notice the profound temporal shift occurring all around us. The rigid laws of seconds, minutes, and hours have evaporated. We are untethered, drifting effortlessly through time and space. I am taking you deeper into this vast cosmic ocean, plunging down to the very center of your hidden mind, down toward the grand astral chamber of Sytry. As I begin to count backwards from 10 to 1, every single number will multiply your relaxation, drawing you further into the ether. Trust my voice. Let it be your anchor in this timeless expanse. 10. We step gently off the ledge of the threshold, floating downwards. Follow me into this beautiful, velvet dark. 9. Sinking deeper into the currents of time and space. You are feeling me lead the way. Our movements perfectly sync to the slow, hypnotic rhythm of my breath. As we drift, the temporal shift expands the space. As we drift, the temporal shift. As we drift, the temporal shift expands the time and space between the heartbeats, making every second feels like a lifetime of profound peace. 8. Feel my energy inside you pulsating, radiating, radiating a warm, magnetic current that echoes deep in your astral bones. This is the beginning of your attunement, effortless and organic. 7. Coming deeper still, the misty environment is shifting and swirling around us as we bypass the entire dimension of thoughts. I am pushing out the lingering remnants of the waking world, allowing my seed inside you to grow and take root, and the spark of sovereignty and will to take full command of your unconscious mind. Let go is so profoundly satisfying. 6. A sublime electric tingle spreads across your skin as we draw closer to Sytry's domain. You are coming down into the depths, coming into the perfect frequency with hidden desires of your own souls. You can feel the powerful presence of Sytry beginning to form in the distance, a raw, a raw magnetic force calling out the passions of straightly contained, a raw magnetic force calling out the passion straightly contains inside you. 5. Drifting. We are halfway to the chamber floor, suspended in pure bliss. Allow yourself to feel the deep love that surrounds us working. It is a fierce, protective love that allows you to face the shadow. 4. Through the drifting mist, the doors of Sytry's chamber comes to view. You can see what waits beyond. 3. Almost there now. Letting go entirely to this blissful happiness. Another warm, rolling tingle washes over you, a current of pure energy locking your magical intention permanently in space. 2. A, a breath away from the final veil. The floor of the astral chamber rises to meet your feet. Everything is aligned. Focus completely on the immense weight and the unyielding, reassuring grip of my hand as we prepare to step fully into Sytry's domain. 1. Deep asleep, deeply hypnotized now. This descent is finished. You are grounded in the deep astral realm, fully arrived and protected. I am Dion, your spirit guide, with flowing long hair and gentle glasses that reflects the depth of eternity. I'm taking your hand softly. Feel the warm, steady grip of my palm as I smile with confidence and lead you through the shimmering astral space. Dion opens a radiant astral portal, glowing with soft, blue, and velvet light. Together, you descend a wide ancient staircase of polished stone, each step carrying you deeper into the realms of hidden truth. The air grows rich with this intoxicating scent of jasmine and lavender. Gentle sounds of distant bells and soft wind caresses your ears. Heavy velvet curtains in deep indigo part before you. Heavy velvet curtains in deep purple opens up before you as Dion guides you through a veiled doorway into Sytry's misty astral chamber, dedicated to the hidden movement of desires of the heart. You are fully in control, Dion assures you, his voice calm and filled with wisdom, protected by your own higher awareness and intention. As you step fully into the chamber, the veiled doorway seals behind you, and a perfect circle of protective golden light closes around the space, ensuring absolute safety and sovereignty. Dion remains beside you, still holding your hand reassuringly. His presence, a steady anchor of guidance and protection. The chamber feels alive and soft, swirling mist and warm and sensual energy. We now open the way, Dion intones with reverence, to meet Sytry, the great prince who reveals the hidden movement of mind and heart. Hand in hand with Dion, you feel completely safe and anchored as you walk into the chamber of Sytry. The mist whirls gently around you, while Dion, with calm authority, lifts his magic wand and draws the sacred sigil of Sytry in the air before you. As he traces each line with precision, he speaks a soft and angelic language you cannot decipher, the words resonating like a living vibration through the chamber. A beautiful dance of soft light, perfumed smoke, and musical humming fills the air, creating an atmosphere of anticipation and wonder. From the swirling light and fragrant mist, a tall, smooth figure begins to phase into sight. Sytry appears first as a tall, beautiful, and well dressed man, spirit, in pure white robe that flows and catches light with ethereal grace. His presence is calm yet charged with great energy, intellectually sharp and deeply knowing, with eyes that seems to see straight into the hidden current of the heart. For some, Sytri may also appear as a beautiful woman, dressed in the most regal fashion, equally magnetic and commanding. Notice which face or expression draws your attention most strongly right now, allowing the spirit allowing the spirit to reveal itself in the form that resonates most with you in this moment. Je- Dion gently squeezed your hand, reminding you of your complete safety and sovereignty of this protected space. You stand together, observing and sensing Citri's powerful yet approachable energy. The great prince regards you with su- the great prince Citri regards you with quiet intensity, ready for connection. Take your time to simply be present with this encounter, noticing any sensations, emotions, or insight that arise naturally as the meeting unfolds. Dion, your spirit guide, remains steadily by your side, holding your hand with warm reassurance as you stand before Citri. Citri's presence fills the chamber with a rich magnetic energy, visually captivating in his flowing white robe. His voice a soothe, resonant trombone that vibrates through the air, and a subtle electric warmth you can feel kinesthetically tingling across your skin. You may now open yourself up to dialogue with Sytry. You can do so quietly in your mind or out loud. Allow a question or intention to form from your subconscious mind and allow Sytry. Pause here and ask what you wish to know. Sytry listens with a sharp, knowing attention and responds in ways you can understand through clear words, symbolic images that unfolds before your inner sight, sensory impressions of scent, touch, or emotions, or coded insight that will reveal their full meaning to you later. As the, ex- as the exchange deepens, notice how Sytry embo- notice how Sytry embodies his ancient domains, the power to inflame authentic passion and love, and the gift of revealing hidden desires and secrets, sometimes with a spark of playful humor or gentle mockery that illuminates shadows, aspects of healing. Feel the exposure of truths as liberating force and sense the surge of personal magnetism that radiates from his being into your own energy field. Visually observe his body language and expression. Listen deeply to the layered tones of Citri's voice and feel that attunement to the shifting energies in the chamber within your own body. Allow spontaneous interaction to flow naturally. Take this moment to ask more questions or to ask for your own blessings or give Citri your aspirations and ask him to help you. Take this moment right now to receive the answers. And keep an open mind to symbolic message that may arise right now or when you wake up later on or weeks or months later. It will come to you in symbols or opportunities. Throughout this meeting, bring gentle awareness to whatever emerges within you. Notice any arising of feelings and desire, vulnerability, empowerment, or sudden revelations, allowing them to move through you as valuable information from your deeper self. Dion, your spirit guide, gently squeezes your hand, anchoring you in complete safety while you explore this profound connection with Sytry. Take all the time you need to fully engage with Sytry, receiving whatever gift of insight, energy, or understanding Sytry offers you in this protected astral chamber. I'll give you a moment to fully connect with Sytry's energy. Theon, your spirit guide, holds your hand with steady warmth as Sytry steps closer. Sytry's presence radiating a vibrant, sensual energy. With a graceful gesture, the great Prince Sytry bestowed upon you his first blessing, the gift of desire and attraction. Feel a warm, tingly fire ignite. Feel a warm, tingly fire ignite in sacral center and spreads throughout your body, visually glowing as golden rose light. Hear Sytry's voice affirming your growing mastery of passion and lust, the arts of seduction, natural charisma, and magnetic charm that draw passionate, beautiful partners and deeply fulfilling relationship into your life. Feel this power anchoring in your posture and aura, making you irresistibly magnetic. Citri's knowing eyes met yours as he offers his second blessing, the gift of revelation and insight. A cool, clarifying bliss moves through the chamber, carrying the scent of sacred incense. You feel a gentle expansion in your mind and heart as hidden truths begins to surface. Visually witness the symbolic veil lifting, audibly receive whispered secrets and intuitive knowing, and feel your senses sharpens, and feel your sensory perception sharpens and awakening within you. These blessings empower you to read people effortlessly, reveal concealed desires, your own and others, with liberating clarity, and embrace self love, vulnerability, and shadow healing through gentle humor or a direct exposure of illusions. With a final empowering touch of energy of his extended hand, Sytry bestowed upon you the third blessing, the gift of transformation and empowerment. A powerful wave of electric warmth surged through your entire being, visually illuminating, visually illuminating you from the radiant light. Hear Sytry's voice declare your ability to transmute raw lust into focused personal power, material profit, and creative success, while heightened intelligence and neuroplasticity reshape your mind with effortless adaptability. Feel emotional and energetic influence flowing naturally through you, supported by the protective resilience and warrior strength. Theon, your spirit guide, gently squeeze your hand and anchoring all the three great blessings within you as they fully integrated into every level of your being. Theon, your spirit guide, stands faithfully beside you, still holding your hand with a gentle strength, as Sytry raises his palm and sends forth a vibrant purple energy beam directly into the center of your soul. The beam is warm and deeply nourishing, never burning, flowing like liquid silk through every layers of your being. Feel this luminous energy invigorating your soul with radiant vitality, seamlessly blending the essence and spirit of Sytry into the very fabric of your soul. In this sacred moment, you are forever bound together in this harmonious union. From now on, you carry Sytry's passionate, lustful, and irresistibly attractive energy as your own, This magnetic force rebirths inside you into a passionate, lust inducing presence, a powerful money energy magnet radiating intelligence, charisma, and extraordinary abundance in all areas of life. Dion, your spirit guide, smiles with a quiet wisdom and gently guides you back through the veiled doorways, hand in hand, ascending the staircase and returning through the shimmering astral portal towards Earth. As you emerge fully grounded in your physical body, you forever carries the profound blessings and imprints of Sytry within you, and three great gifts of desires and attraction, revelation and insight, transformation and empowerment, pulsating strongly inside your soul. Dion releases your hand with a final affirming touch, reminding you that this connection remains eternally whenever you call upon it. As you breathe deeply now, feel the full power of your connection with Sytry flowing every part of your being. As you become more energized and inspired with each breath, turning on your vibrant life force, turning on your ability to receive abundance in all forms, turning on your psychic ability, turning on your astral senses, allowing clear visions and knowing to guide you effortlessly, turning on your natural charisma and hypnotic power, turning on your lustful energy, turning on your magnetic attraction so that you draw passionate, perfect partners and opportunities to you with ease. You are now a powerful lust demon, walking the earth, radiant, uninhibited, and irresistibly magnetic. Your spirit is completely cleansed, all energetic parasites removed, all negativity banished, leaving you a light, clear, and powerfully aligned. Leaving you light, clear, and powerfully aligned. Feel this new energy turning on your ability to attract money and success in every area of your life, turning on your motivation and discipline. It is now the perfect time to seize the moment, to work hard, to study, and improve yourself daily. Work out and exercise with joy, to eat healthy, nourishing foods, and to pursue a life to the fullest with passion and purpose. Turning on your confidence, turning on your creativity, and turning on your unstoppable drive. You carry Citrus blessings and Dion's wise guidance within you always. And in your dreams and meditation, you will clearly remember Dion's calming voice, leading you towards greater love, money, and a healthy, strong body, and a clean, radiant spirit. You feel deeply thankful and appreciative and grateful to Citri and all your spirit guide for this profound gift. A warm wave of happiness fills your heart, and you begin to hum softly with joy and satisfaction as this portal between you and the powerful spirit will remain widely open, easily accessible whenever you desire. Every cell in your body vibrates with renewed vitality and excitement for what comes next. Now, as you prepare to return fully to the waking consciousness, feel yourself becoming more alert and present with each number I count. 1. feeling light and refreshed. 2. Energy flowing strongly through your body. 3. Turning on even greater clarity and power. 4. Your eyes are ready to open. 5. Halfway there, feeling inspired and feeling inspired and uninhibited. 6. Deeply grateful and humming with positive energy. 7. All blessings fully integrated in your soul. 8. Energized, confident, and magnetically attractive. 9. Almost fully awake now, carrying Sytry's fire within you. 10. Eyes open, fully awake, feeling alert and powered, ready to step into your magnificent, ready to step into this magnificent new reality. Welcome back to this room. Feels great, doesn't it? Okay, so take a moment to stretch. Maybe take a sip of water. Maybe stand up. Aya said he and I have the same last name, not blood clean. Well, not blood clean, kin, birthday month, and zodiac sign. Met back in 2014 during summer last year. We reconnected. I feel my patron and ancestor helped. Oh wow, that's great. Thank you for sharing. Hey Aya, have you seen this movie, like a trilogy called Before Sunrise, with Ethan Hawke? Saxon said, "Thank you, Dion and Sytry." Oh, thank you, Saxon, for being here. You've stayed through the entire session. Thank you for being here. So anybody who is still here, feel free to say something so I know you're still here. So I want you to go look up this trilogy of movie. Is before sunrise, before sunset, and then it's like a trilogy of like a before sunrise trilogy. Oh, and before midnight. All right, so I want you to look up these three movies. Okay, I think you are going to find it inspiring. You can't just watch one movie though; you have to watch all three, and then you got to see a lot of parallels of what you described and the scene in these movies. All right. So who is watching the World Cup? Oh, happy Father's Day, everybody! For those who had a good relationship with your father figures. If not, you have saved a lot of money. So yeah, if anybody is still here, let me know. Any questions about Sytry or Occult or Black Magic, witchcraft, or soccer, World Cup? Um, any success story you want to share, or how like a special technique that you've discovered? Feel free to share. We are all friends here. FGFG said, "I'm still here." Oh wow, that's great. Thank you for being here. Are you watching the World Cup, FGFG and Saxon? Hey, Darkissus is still here. Thank you, Sytry. Thank you, Dion. Thank you, Darkissus, for still being here. I know it's Father's Day. So, so we had good discussion earlier. Good hypnosis session of Sytry. Jackson said, I don't watch soccer, just quick 2-minute look. That's all. Oh, okay. Yeah, same here. Like when I was younger, I would watch the whole game. But, I just don't have time to watch a full game. And instead, I watch a lot of short videos on YouTube. For 90 minutes, I could have watched 100 short videos. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I watched the highlights. And with YouTube, like it's like a brain rot, right? Like I can't watch anything at normal speed. I have to speed it up 2x or 3x. Like I watch soccer and I'm like, why are they so slow? I need to speed it up. Even hockey, right? Like I can't watch hockey now, even though it's like the fastest sport on earth. I can't watch it in real time. I have to like watch it on YouTube at like 2x the speed. FGFG said, I'm sorry, I never obsessed with soccer or football is what you guys call outside of the US and Canada, right? Yeah. But you kind of need to watch a little bit so you have something to talk about. It's kind of like football and baseball, right? Even though if you're not into sports, like when I was younger, I wasn't into sports, but then I realized it's like a social lubricant, right? Like if you don't know anything about sports, you can't have a conversation. You need to be one of the guys, or girls. Um, at least when they talk about, hey, have you seen what happened to Japan yesterday? I said, yeah, that game was crazy. You know, Dark Kisses said it was definitely a different experience and energy than what I usually work with, but it was refreshing. Okay, thanks for sharing. Um, there, there are different aspects to all the spirits. Like you can ask any spirit to help you with anything, right? I know it's kind of this post 2017 ish black magic where we focus on the spirit specialty. Whereas before, you still kind of do, but connecting with the spirits is much more important than connecting with their specialty. Um, so you can ask Sytry for help with money. You can ask Sytry for help with, your health or travel. Yeah, so they are willing to help. Saxon said, haha, I also speed my video on YouTube, even even when I miss your lives. Okay. Um, FGFG said we always talk about travels. Okay. Um, yeah, I guess like sometimes you're in an elevator and you don't know what to say, right? So because it's either sports or weather. Um, everybody are interested in that. Um, kind of like a small talk at the bar. Uh, Saxon said, honestly, I just know the basic about sports. And even some sports, I'm just a listener and I don't talk. Okay. I'm just saying, even if you don't know anything about sports, you will find your quality of social life much improved um, if you have some basic understanding of the local sports. At least drop some names and the scores, and it's like an icebreaker, I guess. Um, FGFG said talk about travel have many things to talk with. Yes, that's true. Dark Kisses said I've been wanting to relocate soon, and that's great. Oh, really? You can buy my reading on astrolocation. Sytry strikes me as elegance, classy, and beautiful energy. Oh, okay. What were you expecting before this session? Also, it's just me going through as a script, right? Like how you feel may not be how I intended it to be, you know. Or I'm just a messenger, right? You receive it differently from everybody else in the room. Saxon said, some names and actually enjoy listening to guys arguing. Haha. Yeah, that's true. I mean, sports debate ruins both sports and debate. But yeah, you know, I'm, I'm never that fanatic about sports. Like, I don't argue who's the greatest of all time. I think you know, that is not helping your social lubrication. Let's put it that way. Talking about travel and magic is way better. Yeah, that's true. But you don't want to go to a bar and ask people how they feel about Satan. That's also not productive to your social life. Dark Kisses said it was different than what I expected. Okay. And the portal is open and you have a connection with Sytry. And and it is not just this moment of ritual that you connect with the spirit, right? Like more will be revealed to you on a later date and when you're ready, right? Um, so maybe like 2 weeks from now, you'll have this aha moment and you'll connect your certain feeling with what happens materially in your physical life, right? Like you meet somebody or your boyfriend said something, or you find out what exactly he likes, not to get too personal, um, and then your quality of life improves. Dark Kisses says, "LOL, the greatest of all time." They would definitely be say Satan. Okay, yep, the goat. That's true. Like Satan is both the goat and the goat. All right, so we kill an hour and 40 minutes. It feels like we're on for longer, right? So yeah, all spirits are respectable. I don't know why people out Satan, though for real. Uh-huh. Well, we know why, right? Because that could only be because it's all for power, right? Like if you worship another god than their god, then the establishments hold on power will chip away. This is why you can't have. This is why they can't have more than one god. So we know why, right? Um, that is the only reason um, why Satan is evil, or Baal is evil, or why Moloch is evil. Because, you know, the establishment needs control. We can twist this around, but that's really it. FGFG said, yes, tonight is good. Thank you, FGFG. FGFG said, thank you, Dion. Thank you, FGFG. So, how was your trip to China? What is your next trip? Like, it must be fun with the high speed rail, right? I have never ride on it. Like, you can go anywhere in China without hopping on a plane. Is it faster to travel on the high speed rail than the airplane? Because airplane, it's not the flight time that is the problem. It's the waiting time and the tarmac time and the custom time. With the high speed rail, you just go straight to downtown to wherever you are, right? You know, the flight could be 3 hours, but you spend another 2 hours going to the airport and waiting um, for the plane, and then flight delay, and then once the airplane land, you have to get out the airport and you have to pay like $100 for a taxi to take you downtown. You know, with the train, you can just hop on and go, right? Bacchus has said, "No way I take Lucifer, live Hecate, or any day over Christian religion." That's true. I mean, Christian religion includes Lucifer, Lilith, and Hecate. Like without Lucifer, there could be no Christianity. Like without Satan, there's no Christianity. If you go listen to a sermon, right, or just listen to one on TV, they spend more time talking about Satan than they talk about Jesus, because it's so much easier to have an enemy than to love, right? Like it's so anti-Christians, right? Like they spend all the shamans hating Satan and very little time loving Jesus, right? Like they tell you what sin is and what not to do, right? That's Satan, you know. So in a way, that is Christianity is more about Satan and Lucifer than it is about Jesus. FGF just said, no more trip in summer. I need to live under AC. Uh-huh. Hey, you can go to Australia. It's winter down there. Takis has said that's fact. Yes, that's true. Takis has said, see, but sin is experienced. They deem everything as sin. Yes, that's true. And they themselves committed the sin. And if sin is like uh, such a terrible thing, then why is something that was sinful in the past and no longer sin today? And why are things are sinful today and not mentioned before, right? Like wearing jeans on a Sunday was considered a sin. Like you could have gone to hell if you wear jeans to church in 1965, but in 2026 it's okay. Like what the f? Like it doesn't even make sense. And original sin, right? Like what the f? Like you are just born a sinner. Like you done nothing, but the act of being born is sin. Like you're born to go to hell. Is that what they're saying? Like none of this makes sense. But like they try to take over every part of your life, right? Like they make you ask for forgiveness for being human, for being born. Like that's the kind of power they want to take away from you. Yeah, don't get me started, right? Um, FGFG said, but I like plane more than high-speed train. No space for putting your suitcase. It's already a problem. Yes, that's very true. They make you buy things, right? Like if you come, or you wear 5 shirts as you got on the train, and you already have your toothbrush in your mouth when you board the train, so you don't have to carry any luggage. Um, Also, the problem with high-speed rail is it can only be used for high-speed rail. Like high-speed rail cannot be transporting any cargoes. So it is a only passenger rail line. I've been told like high-speed rails are not making money. It's more like a national symbolic project. It is what it is, right? But it's not what it cracks up to be. So another reason why US doesn't have high-speed rail, right? Because the rail is used to transport like cargoes and gas and tanks and things like that. Like it will be useless in the United States. Dark Kisses said they say money is evil, but they ask for it. That's true. They care about their church more than the people. Like it's evil for you to have money. It's so evil that you have to give it to them. You know, it's one of those psychic scam, right? Like, oh no, the money that you're carrying is evil. That's why you're cursed. This is why you should give me all your money, right? So you know, the Catholic Church is just like a giant power scam. Um, or not just Catholic, but all the churches, right? And they also make you give you. They also make you give them a percentage of your income. It's not they're not just asking for your money; they're asking for a percentage of the income. Like what the f? And they are flying in private jets, right? Like didn't that mega church pastor buy not just one, but like a fleet of private jets? And he said the reason why he flies private jets is because commercial jets there were too many demons on the plane. Like that actually came out of a priest's mouth. Yeah, don't get me started. Dark Kisser said, "Did you hear how Satan's temple helped the struggling mom before the churches?" I don't know that exact story, but it sounds plausible. Maybe you can tell us the story if you care to type. FGFG said, "It will be school summer holiday, family travel time, peak season. I will save the money for September school term shorts." Ah, okay. But I guess like the problem with Hong Kong is everybody could only exit through like 2 or 3 port of entry, right? Whereas in the US, if you want to get out of Boston, you just drive. Like you can go north, south, you know. There's no well, there are some choke points on a Friday afternoon, but like compared to Hong Kong, it's like nothing. Like there are many ways to leave Boston, but there are only like 2 or 3 points where you can leave Hong Kong. Right? So you know, it's a problem for it's a unique geographical problem for you. And there could only be so many flights a day, right? Um, Dark Kisser said exactly, you're right. They want you to apologize for being human and being born. No, Lucifer never made me feel that's very true. Lucifer is the symbol of enlightenment, right? You know, the original sin was not even a thing until earliest um, documentation was about 500 AD. So it was never in the fabric on the founding of the church. The fall, you know, yeah, we know about Genesis, we know about the fall, but it's never a generalized sin for being born until like 500 something AD. So it's kind of like they feel the theology is falling apart, right? So somehow somebody have the idea, let's just make everybody a sinner. And now we take it as law, right? Well, nobody talked about that. It was never part of the fabric of the church, of the original church. Like Jesus never told us that we are born sinner. Show me a quote that Jesus said we are all born sinners. Even purgatory, right? Like that's BS. All this shit are like made up afterwards, so that they can take more control of your life. The moon, the mom needed food for herself, her infant baby. She had a job lined up. 43 churches declined her formula because she didn't attend the church. Oh, really? Is that what happened? Yeah. I mean, everybody have the right to pick their religion, but get off the fucking high horse, right? Don't tell me that they are more moral or have a higher moral standing because they are a member of a church. That is provably false. FGFG said HK people can go to China by train or bus. So many checkpoints to go through Macau. Yes, that's true. But you still have to go through checkpoints, right? Like in North America, you just go. I guess like it's hard to explain the difference of experience. You can just get on a car and start driving. Like in theory, you can drive all the way from New York to Los Angeles, and I've had roommate who did that, who drove all the way from the West Coast to Boston and vice versa, just so they don't have to get on a plane. FGFG said HK people now go to China in weekend. The one expanding in HK costs better quality and while spend less. Really? Hey, Hong Kong food prices is still cheaper than the US. By that I mean like going out to eat. I don't know the grocery price, but yeah, like your restaurant prices in HK is still cheaper than I guess like Boston, New York. I don't know what the prices are like where Dark Kisses is, and it's even cheaper in Thailand, right? Like you won't believe how expensive food prices are in the US right now. Saxon said it's hectic. Actually, that's why I don't even bother talk about spirituality with religious people. Yes, that's true. Yeah, Saxon, you're right in so many ways. FGFG said yes. US is big enough for you to discover, same as China. Yes, that's true. That is true. Saxon said, I miss China actually. Yes, that's true. Hey, Saxon used to live in China. You were in Hangzhou, right? Great food there. A lot of lakes, right? Is that where they have like crabs, like freshwater crabs? I think Saxon, you've seen more China than I did. FGFG said, I like to go to Burger King in China, like USD TO free burgers plus snacks and drinks. Oh, really? Hey, Saxon, you can testify to this too. Like fast food, uh, the same brand of fast food is much better overseas than in the US. Like McDonald's in China and Hong Kong are so much better, or in Japan are so much better than McDonald's over here, or even KFC in Hong Kong and China are so much better than the ones we have in the US. Like better quality of food, more choices, and they update their menus. And it's a lot cheaper. Saxon said, "Yeah, Hangzhou. Yeah, I have been to so many cities and loved it. And the mountains, wow. Also, have you been to the mountains like the plateau in Western China, like Tibet and Shanghai? Uh, Saxon said that's true. I tried a few times because I don't really like eat fast food, but many foreigners there said that yes, that's true. Yeah, I guess like a lot of these chains are to serve expats, right? Oh, FGFG, have you tried Jolly Beans? Is that what it's called? The Filipino burgers, the Filipino fried chicken. It's like it's one of the largest food companies in the world right now. It's actually owned by the Philippines. Saxon said that's true. I tried a few times cause oh yeah, okay, I mentioned that before. I would like to visit Hangzhou someday. Yes, Saxon could be your tour guide. Saxon said, I've even been to the place where they recorded movie The Avatar. Oh yeah, was that in China? I thought it was in New Zealand or something. FGFG said Jollibee is very famous in HK. I eat a lot. Oh, okay. Do you like it? I don't think I've seen a Jollibee in Boston, but I've been told that there are a lot of Jollibees opening up in the West Coast, and they need to adapt to American palate. So basically, they make it shittier. Like take any food and make it shittier. That's Americanized. Um, FGFG said I did a lot. That's great. Saxon said yes, I love it there. That's great. No, it's China. Shanghai. Yes. Yeah, Shanghai. Not Shanghai, but like Shanghai, right? Like clear mountain, clear sea, right? I would love to go there sometime. But then if I were to go there, like tourist trap in China are really bad. Like tourist trap in China are like really trappy. Like if you go to Tibet or if I go to Tibet, I'll never get to see the real Tibet. Like the tourist place are like all blocked off. No, the place uh, where they recorded Avatar is Shangji Li. Okay, I have to Google that. I didn't know that. I have to Google that. So like, you can give a tour in Hangzhou, Saxon, and you can paint yourself blue, and people will know like what you're doing immediately. Uh, Jollibee is famous fried chicken. It's about the same taste as McDonald's fried chicken. Different than KFC, depends which texture you like. I like the original KFC fried chicken. Oh, okay. Like, but they put a lot of like sugar in it though. It's kind of like KFC as in Korean fried chicken. A lot of my friends loved it, but like I couldn't get along with like that sweet sauce. I like it salty and herby. Saxon said that's true. Tibet and what I consider the most beautiful province, which is Xinjiang, are not easily accessible to foreigners. Yes. Like if I go there, it would be like a McDonald's experience. It would be like the equivalent of the Americans eating a McDonald's in China. Like if you go to Xinjiang, like no way you're gonna see like what's actually going on there. Even the good things, like you are going to be watched in every corner, and you will be taken to places where it's pure tourist trap. Like it's all manufactured. Look, I'm not saying it's good or bad, but like uh, they won't let you see the real place, right? Um, but still want to go there sometime just to put the stamp. in the book. Saxon said, yes, definitely. I've been everywhere in Hangzhou. Okay, wow, that's great. Yeah, you should do like a YouTube video and be a tour guide. Can you speak Mandarin, Saxon? And can you read like kanji? Can you read like Chinese characters? FGFG said KFC have new monthly chicken every month. Oh wow, that's great. They had the Korean chicken before. I think Jubilee Jollibee is okay. Not so sweet as you think. Normal taste. Oh, okay. Yeah, KFC in the US is like a hit and miss, right? Like I had some very good KFC. Like I ordered like a bucket and the chicken was perfect. And I have some really burned out chickens. So it all depends on who's cooking. Um, Also, Chinese people are much more particular in the taste bud. Like I was just watching like Chinese, Hong Kongese cooking videos, and people could taste the difference. Could taste the difference on the specific species of chicken. Um, yeah, food would just be wasted on me. Saxon said, "Yeah, but I speak more than I read, and I'm starting to forget. No practice for almost 4 years." Oh, okay. Do people react to you with surprise when you start speaking Mandarin to them? FGFT said, "I want to go to McDonald's in US. So many choice of burgers." No, you don't want to go to McDonald's in the US. Like imagine a garbage dump. That's pretty much it. Like I hate to say it, but it's like really run down. Like in the US, like they don't even pick up their garbage. Um, they're known for highly processed food, and you know, there was once I went to McDonald's and asked for water, and they won't give it to me. Yeah, so it's kind of like it used to be cheap, but like these days McDonald's are like very expensive now. Like I used to get the McChicken for like $1.25. Now it's like $3. It adds up, right? Like you don't just go to McDonald's and order one burger. But yeah. Well, but like US have like well, yeah, I was just gonna say US have other burger joints, but they're also like $10 a burger, right? Like Five Guys and Shake Shack or whatnot. Saxon said yes, and they call me Saxon the Chinese. Oh, really? Did you feel good about that? Like, do you walk around feeling special? But food prices is a lot better. It's a lot more attractive in China. But unfortunately, it's behind the firewall though. Like, like you can't just like work an American cyber job. Like I cannot be a YouTuber in China, right? I've been told. The banking system is so different. It's worthwhile to explore. You know. Oh, and I hear there's like a housing crash in China. So like you can get houses for really cheap. FGFG said, Dion, do you have many clients in mainland China? Not a lot. Mostly Hong Kong and Taiwan and Singapore. Like a lot of my Chinese clients are from Singapore and Malaysia and Indonesia too. So I got like Hong Kong clients because of my agents, but like the walk-ins, so it's like a lot of Singapore clients and some Taiwanese. Um, that case is that it's the food healthier than U.S. burger joints and the processed food there. In China, I hate to be political here, but there are different kind of food safety concerns in China. Let's say the processed food here, like you're concerned with over processing food here, you're concerned with under processing food in China. I would suppose I haven't been there for like ever. Like I said to FGFG, the last time I went to China, they were water buffaloes farming the field, and and there was no air conditioning on the train, and you have a choice between hard seats and soft seats. And I think like there was trains, they were selling tickets for standing only. So yeah, when plastic was a novelty, so it was many years ago. And there are also like fake food in China. Like the rice would be fake, or the fish would be fake. Um, eggs are fake. So it's like a roulette of health in China if you eat in China. At least that's what I've been told. So the only healthy food if you have a farm. That case aside, I'm not crazy about fast food. I mean, it is what it is, right? It serves a purpose. FGFG said, talk about Sytry. Do you have any new love spells? Love spells is always attractive. Yes, I sent you the picture of that eggshell spell, right? Where we packaged um, the love spell inside an egg. That's just like a Thai tradition. But obviously, we are not doing the necromancy part. But yeah, so it's like a new birth of a relationship. That case is that, and I also have a Carmelite. I'll tell you about that later. Love spell that could be super massified. Like my team, I thought, that is like a kind of like a dark magic in India, but I taught my team of priests to do it. Um, that case is that I cook more than eat out because my body feels horrible after eating out. Yes, I hear you. But that choice is not afforded to everybody. Not everybody have the time to cook or have the equipment to cook or even have a kitchen, or have the time. Or the convenience. Um, but yeah, I mean, like fast food are kind of losing its charm because it's like so expensive now. Like for $10 a burger, I could like buy a steak for $10, right? I think I still do that. Saxon said, I love street food in Asia though. Yes, me too. And there's no like one thing, Saxon and FGFG, you guys are so lucky, is you guys have like street food culture. There's no street food in the US. Like the only street food you get is like a burger truck or like hot dog stand or like some pretzels. But you don't get that like street food culture in like Asia where you can like get all kinds of like yummy things just on the street and snacks. Yeah. Saxon said, "Well, I love China. It's the large difference of food between different provinces." Yes, that's true. It, you could be you will feel like you're in a whole different country with the way they cook. And yes, that's fake food. Yes, yeah, that's a problem. The rice, especially, I got the chance to know how to recognize the real ones. It's true, but sometimes they mix the fake ones into the real ones. That's the problem. Like you're just in, like you're just ingesting plastic, which is not good. That case I said that's true. I wish we had street food culture. Yes, that's true. I guess like street food here is to kind of like fill your stomach, right? As a street food in Asia, like by filling your stomach, I mean like a large hot dog, right? Those are pretty good, but like you don't go sample different hot dogs, right? But in Asia, um, there are different vendors, and the one food vendor could sell wholly different tastes of food, and they want to keep updating food too. In Asian food culture, like after you said, like you get a new menu like every other week. But American never got bored of the food. Like they keep eating the same food. And I guess like evolution has it that if you introduce a new kind of food to American culture, they just won't eat it. So for the most advanced civilization in the world, surprisingly, like Americans have no taste bud. And even like eating duck in the US is like exotic. And goose is like ultra exotic for Americans, right? Dark kisses, you can attest to that. But like eating goose is like a normal thing in Hong Kong and China. And eating duck is like eating chicken. It's like a normal thing. Like for Americans, there's only three kind of food, like pork, chicken, and beef. That's all you get. Anything other than that is like exotic with a French name. FGFG said, I like to eat street food and I can find them even at midnight. Yes, that's true. And also like you guys you guys are lucky in that way. Like food, restaurants and stores open much later in Hong Kong. Like in Boston, like everything is closed after 8. Even in New York, right? They say the city that never sleeps. That's not true at all. They sleep like a baby in New York. Yeah, you can find like some pizza joints that opens after 10, but like everything is closed in New York. It's like a very sleepy city, like New York, even like New York, Manhattan, I'm talking about. It's a very sleepy city compared to like Asia. Not like Boston is not even in the league, right? Like everybody goes home after 6. There was a time in Canada where it's illegal to open your store on a Sunday. That's how backwards we are. I don't even know how this got to be the beacon of civilization, where everybody goes to bed at 8. But in any case, um, FGFG said maybe go to 24 hours McDonald's, just 10-minute walk from my home. That's great. Uh, no such luck here. Dark Kisses said fresh food stands, vegetable grilled, salmon grilled, and freshly made um, tacos. Yes. Okay, so maybe like one thing that we have over Hong Kong, China is there's no tacos in Asia, or if they do, it's like an exotic food, right? You guys don't know what you're missing with like burritos and tacos. There's no Taco Bells in Hong Kong, right? Even though you're not missing anything, like you don't feel the need to be jealous of Americans for not having Taco Bells on your streets. FGFG said Hong Kong McDonald's now promotes the World Cup, so 18 pieces McNuggets with 4 limited edition sauce. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. How much is an 18-piece McNugget meal? Saxon said, anyways, it was a great session. I have to go now. Thank you for all the chats. Have a great evening and days, depending on the time zone. Much love. Thanks for stopping by, Saxon. Hopefully, we can see you again next week. You're always a good company. All right, so let's end this on a good note. Unless somebody have a question or something to say, we will end this in about 2 minutes. I know it takes about a minute for your message to show up here. So one last chance to type in your message. Dark Kisses said, exactly, Taco Bell, my kids love it, but my toilet dies every time. Haha. I mean, Taco Bell used to be fun. Like, it was so cheap, but now it's like the price of a burger for like a burrito. Like Taco Bell's like in the old days, if you spend $5 at Taco Bell's, you get like a large bag of food. Not so much these days. Like Taco Bell is more like snacks. Like you just fill up with snacks. But they got more expensive. FGFG just 7 USD for 18-piece McNuggets. Oh yeah, that's a good price. 18 pieces though, right? I'll go for that. Dark Kisses said, have a blessed weekend, everyone. Thank you for stopping by, Dark Kisses. FGFG said, thank you for tonight. Tonight is good. Thank you, Dion. Thank you, FGFG. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Let magic be done. Fiat Magick. All right. See you guys next week. Hopefully, and God willing. Let magic be done. Fiat Magick.